Every few years, the technology industry announces that the smartphone is about to be replaced. Smartwatches were going to do it. Voice assistants were going to do it. Then virtual reality headsets. Every one of those predictions was wrong, and the phone in your pocket is more central to your life now than it was when any of them were made. So when Samsung stood on stage in July of 2026 and previewed AI smart glasses as a step beyond the smartphone, the correct first reaction is skepticism. But there is one number that makes this round harder to dismiss than the previous ones. 7 million. That is how many pairs of Ray-Ban Meta glasses were sold in a single year. So let us take this seriously and ask the real question. Is your phone actually next? Let us start with the state of the market, because it is more lopsided than most people realize. In the first quarter of 2026, Meta held around 69% of the smart glasses market according to IDC, and by Counterpoint Research's measurement, nearly 84%. That is not leading a category. That is being the category. EssilorLuxottica, the eyewear giant that manufactures the Ray-Ban Meta line, tripled sales to over 7 million pairs in 2025, is nearing a target of 10 million pairs by late 2026, and Meta has reportedly considered pushing output toward 20 million pairs by the end of 2026. Those are real consumer numbers, and that is what separates this moment from previous false starts. 7 million pairs is not a niche developer kit. It is a mainstream consumer product with genuine repeat demand. And I think the reason it worked is almost embarrassingly simple, and it is the thing every previous attempt got wrong. They look like glasses. Not like a headset, not like a gadget, not like a visor. Ordinary eyewear from a brand people already trusted, at a price that does not require a family discussion. Which brings us to what they actually do, and this is where expectations need adjusting. The current mainstream smart glasses have no display. There is no screen in your vision, no floating interface, no augmented reality overlay. What they have is a camera, speakers, microphones, and a voice assistant. You take photos and video hands-free, you listen to audio without blocking your ears, you take calls, and you ask an AI questions about what you are looking at. That is the whole product. Samsung's entry, previewed at its Galaxy Unpacked event in London on July 22, 2026 and set to launch in fall 2026, follows exactly the same recipe. It is described as audio-first eyewear with no in-lens display, using a camera, speakers, microphones, and Google's Gemini assistant for contextual help, real-time translation and location-based suggestions. Developed with Google, and alongside eyewear brands including Gentle Monster and Warby Parker. Google has said these will pair with both Android and iOS phones. Read that last sentence again, because it quietly answers our whole question. They pair with your phone. The glasses are not replacing the phone. They are a peripheral to it, in the same way your earbuds and your watch are. The processing, the connectivity, the account, the apps, and most of the actual computing live in the device in your pocket. What is being sold is a more convenient front end, not a replacement. And I think that is the honest answer to the headline, at least for the next several years. Your phone is not next. What is next is the phone becoming something you take out of your pocket less often. That is a meaningful change, and it is worth paying attention to, but it is a very different claim from replacement. Companies say replacement because replacement is exciting and gets covered. What they are building is delegation. Apple's absence from this is worth noting. Reports point toward Apple preparing its own glasses for a 2027 launch, meaning Apple has not entered the category as of 2026. Historically, Apple's pattern has been to arrive late to a category and define it, as it did with music players, phones, tablets and watches. It has also occasionally arrived late and simply been late, which is arguably what happened with smart speakers. So whether Apple's 2027 entry resets the category or joins an already settled one is genuinely uncertain, and I would not bet confidently either way. Now the hard engineering problem, because there is a reason nobody has shipped the sci-fi version. Putting a real display into a normal-looking pair of glasses is brutally difficult. You need optics that project an image onto your retina while remaining transparent, bright enough to see outdoors, in a frame that weighs what glasses weigh, powered by a battery that fits in a temple arm and lasts a day. Every one of those constraints fights every other one. Add processing power and the heat it produces, sitting next to your face, and the difficulty compounds. The reason today's glasses have no display is not that companies forgot. It is that the physics is genuinely not ready. There is a second problem that is not technical at all, and I would argue it is the bigger risk. Other people. A camera on your face is socially different from a camera in your hand. When someone holds up a phone, everyone around them knows what is happening and can react. When someone wearing ordinary-looking glasses records, nobody knows. Google tried this in 2013 with Google Glass and the backlash was severe enough to kill the product and add a word to the language. Meta's approach, an indicator light and a familiar consumer brand, has worked better so far. Whether it holds as the number of people wearing them goes from 7 million to 50 million is an open question, and I do not think anyone knows the answer. And there is a third thing, which is what makes this product commercially attractive to the companies building it in the first place. A device with a camera and microphone pointed at everything you look at all day is the richest possible source of context about a person. That is genuinely useful, because context is what makes an assistant helpful rather than annoying. It is also, obviously, the most intimate data collection service ever offered to consumers. Both things are true simultaneously, and I would be suspicious of anyone who tells you only one of them. So let me give you the practical view, if you are wondering whether to buy a pair. What they are good at today is narrow but real. Hands-free capture while doing something with your hands, cooking, repairing, cycling, holding a child. Audio without blocking ambient sound. Quick translation and quick questions about your surroundings. What they are bad at is anything requiring reading, anything requiring precision, and battery life under sustained use. If those strengths match something you actually do, they are a decent product today. If you are buying because you expect them to replace your phone, you will be disappointed for years. Here is how I would map the next few years, with appropriate humility about predictions. Near-term, audio and camera glasses become a normal accessory category, the way earbuds did, with several major brands and falling prices. Medium-term, simple displays arrive for notifications, directions and translation captions, but only in devices that are heavier and more expensive than plain glasses. Long-term, and I mean genuinely uncertain long-term, real spatial computing in eyewear form. That last step is the one everybody markets and nobody has. So the answer to the question in the title is no, not yet, and not for a while. But the more interesting observation is that the smartphone might not get replaced at all. It might just get quieter. It stays in your pocket, doing the work, while the things you interact with, your watch, your earbuds, your glasses, your car, become the surface. That is a less dramatic story than replacement. I also think it is the one that is actually happening. 7 million pairs sold means the category is real. It does not mean the phone is finished. Those two facts sit together comfortably, even though almost every headline about this treats them as the same claim. What is your honest take? Would you wear a camera on your face all day, or is that the line for you? I am curious whether the privacy concern is a real barrier or just something people say. Let me know in the comments. And if you want more breakdowns that check the claim against the physics, subscribe. See you in the next one.